Realville, Holyfield. And we going live for the 9-5, baby. Y'all motherfuckers thought I wasn't gonna make it on this bitch, then y'all. I told you I'm doing this shit twice every Saturday until we reach 100. I'm not fucking playing around. I know I'm a little late. No, but hey, I was working. Goddamn it. I was recording Mr. Cleveland for the Tank Davis Mario Barrios prediction show that'll be dropping this Friday. That's right. I know I didn't drop nothing this past Friday, yesterday. And I know it's a little dry, but this Friday we right back in the mix. I'm dropping that KTFO prediction show. All right. And then the next Friday, I'll be dropping the Nakatani Lomachenko prediction show. And then it's gonna keep on flowing on from then on. It's too much shit to name. And oh, that interview that I've been telling y'all about, it should be coming to fruition very, very, very fucking soon. This should be the week where we get it done. So it's going down, man. More to come. But man, let's get into some shit today. This is part one of the double feature that you're gonna get. All right. So we gotta set the tone, on this motherfucker. We gonna set the tone because later on is on. That 7 o'clock Realville. Y'all motherfuckers better stick around. See, this just a little skeet taste. What I'm gonna give you. You know what I'm saying? But let's talk about. I want to know something though. Who in the fuck is Louise Aries? I'm probably botching the fuck out the last name. I don't know this motherfucker. I don't know him. Louise Aries. I don't know who the fuck he is, but he beat the hell out of Jared Swift Hurd last week. That's right. We're going to talk about this Mayweather Logan Paul card. All right. Motherfuckers talking about he was rigged and all that stuff. We going to talk about it. All right. So, close fight. Between Louise Aries and Jared Swift Hurd, back and forth. But you know what? You know how we've been fucking complaining about the fucking judges in boxing? I will say that I believe this time the judges got it right. You know what? Jared Swift Hurd, I'm about to talk to y'all now, man. Jared Swift Hurd, he doesn't have an identity anymore. He used to, Jared Swift Hurd moving like the juggernaut, going right through your blows, using his head as defense. But ever since that J-Rock fight, he just hasn't been right. He knew that he couldn't keep going on with that strategy, so he had to try to switch it up. Okay? He doesn't know whether he wants to be the old Jared Hurd or does he want to be this, move your head around a little more, be tactical and stiff ass Jared Hurd now. He's in between identities. He doesn't know who the fuck he is now. I don't know if Jared Hurd's going to be able to bounce back. Being honest with you, this was the only fight he said he was going to have at 160, but this loss does not help him get a fight with Jermell Charlo. And I feel bad about that. I got a newfound respect for Jared Hurd, too, ever since his interview with Brian Custer. If you haven't checked that motherfucker out, check that out, man. That was a deep-ass, one of the best interviews Brian Custer has had on the Last Stand podcast. Big shout-out to Ohio boy Custer. But yeah, man, this is boxing, man. This shit ain't predetermined, and I'm going to get into that in a little bit. I'm going to get into that more in a little bit. This is a fight. You know what I'm saying? This hungry motherfucker Louise Aries came up and he said, listen, man, it's my time. It's my time. So this is a name that we should be putting off. Hey, mark him down. Keep an eye on this motherfucker because he said I'm here. All right. Big ups to Chad Ocho Cinco. Big ups to Chad Ocho Cinco. This motherfucker, he came in, okay? He's going against a bare knuckle fighter, all right, who had experience. Keep this in mind. I don't think he had won a fight, but this motherfucker had experience nonetheless, all right? Chad Ocho Cinco has zero experience, all right? He got dropped in the fight. Chad Ocho Cinco got dropped, but he got back up and continued to fight. And if you ask me, even though there was no judges for this shit, I think he won. I think Chad won. I think he edged it by a round. Now, did he look great? Hell no. But I think he got the win. I think he did enough for the win. And when they interviewed that motherfucker after it, man, they asked him, they said, Chad, you didn't look too bad out there. You think you want to do it again? You know what that motherfucker Chad said? The motherfucker said, hell no. Hell no, I ain't doing this shit again, man. They said, well, why not, man? You didn't do too much. He said, I don't give a fuck how I looked. I'm not doing this shit again. This shit too hard. The discipline, man, you gotta make sure you eat right, man. You can't get no pussy. I ain't seen my goddamn girl in a month. All this, I can't go through that. He said, I see why fighters be so goddamn mad. Man, by the time you get to the motherfucking fight, fuck fighting that motherfucker, you about ready to kill that motherfucker. He said, it's just too much, man. It's too much. He said, but you know, it was something that I had on the bucket list. I checked the motherfucker off. It's done. Now I'm done. You know, so big shout out to Chad Ocho Cinco, man. Big shout out to Ocho Cinco, you know, for having the balls to go out there, man, doing what he did, taking the shit very, very seriously. You know, he wasn't joking around, playing around. You know, the Charlos had him under their wing. They got him ready and everything, bro. Hey, what more can you say? I got to give a big shout out to Chad Ocho Cinco, who did his thing against a guy who, once again, even though he didn't have a win, but he had experience nonetheless. All right. So for a guy who has zero experience in Chad Ocho Cinco, I think he did quite well. Now let's get into this Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul shit. All right. You know, you got people. Now, first of all, it's an exhibition. All right, it's an exhibition. All right, people going up in this motherfucker thinking they was going to see a knockout. All right, and they thought that they was going to see the old Floyd, you know, pretty boy Floyd. And I know he had the hair on his head, looking like 04 to 06 Floyd. I know he kind of had your food there, but this motherfucker in no way, shape, or form is pretty boy, nonetheless, Money Mayweather. All right. He's a 44-year-old, and I put the emphasis on old man who came in as a what? As a junior middleweight, going up against a heavyweight. After that motherfucker rehydrated, he had to be over 200 pounds. If we not talking this Bridger weight shit, you at heavyweight status now. Oh, man, Floyd held him up. Floyd held him up. He didn't want to knock him out, man. He held him up. That shit was rigged. That motherfucker, you think old ass fucking 155 pound at the time, Floyd Mayweather, old as fuck, gonna hold up a big ass 210 pound dead weight, big ass Logan Paul? I don't think so, man. Floyd really did try to hurt that motherfucker, man. He tried to hurt him. Now I ain't say he tried to knock him out, but he tried to hurt that motherfucker. He couldn't hurt him, man. Logan was too goddamn big. When you're that big, you have a higher punch resistance. Oh, man, Floyd couldn't knock that motherfucker. Floyd ain't been knocking nobody out. You all right? You think that motherfucker's gonna knock out a heavyweight? Think. That shit wasn't rigged. It was some bullshit, but it wasn't rigged. God damn. Let me talk about Timmy the Turtle too, man. Tim Bradley, he had an interview. And, you know, they were talking about Devin Haney's fight against Linares, all right? And Snow Queen asked him, she said, well, did you hear what Ryan Garcia had said about the fight. He was criticizing Devin Haney. Timmy the Turtle said, man, Ryan, shut the fuck up. You the only motherfucker out here doing all this talking and ain't doing shit. You know what? I used to say I didn't really give a fuck about the Ryan Garcia Rolly Romero fight. I am intrigued by that fight now because either way, I will win. I don't like Rolly, I don't like Ryan, and I would be more than happy to see either one of those motherfuckers clipped and knocked the fuck out of here. And that fight will definitely end with the knockout. It will definitely end with the knockout. Both of those motherfuckers do have power. Rolly, on the other hand, don't have shit else. He don't have shit else. Ryan, he could work behind the jab and everything else, man. He does a little body work on you. This dude, Rolly, is just a headhunter. He's just a headhunter with power. I truly see Rolly getting clipped. And that's definitely going to be Ryan's next fight. It's perfect. It's all about matchmaking. It's all about matchmaking. And he's the number one duck to me now. All right. He ducked Fortuna. He ducked Devin Haney. He's ducking anybody with credibility. All right. So that's going to be the next fight. And I will have Ryan definitely knocking him out. And I'm going to watch it because I don't like Rolly either, So it'd be a joy to see his ass shut down, knock the fuck out, and sent on to Teofimo Lopez. Gift wrapped, sealed, done deal. Tonight, I want to talk about Shakur Stevenson real quick. Tonight we got Shakur Stevenson going up against this black ass, hungry ass African. Not the knocker I'm hyped up over. This is another knocker whatever, knocker African. I can't fucking pronounce it. With this black ass African motherfucker, he said, listen, man, I'm a cop over in Africa. I'm all about the law, and I'm about to lay the law down on your ass this Saturday. Shakur said, motherfucker, I'm not losing to no motherfucking cop. I'm not losing to no motherfucking cop. I didn't know you was 5-0, motherfucker. I didn't know you was 5-0. I'll be goddamn if I lose to a cop. Bob sat there. He said, you know what? Hold on, motherfucker. Wait. He said, let me give you a little history lesson, Shakur. He said, don't take these black Africans too lightly just because you don't know them. He said, I remember way back in the day, it was an African motherfucker I came across named Ike Cortez. Nobody knew this motherfucker. Oh, but they knew him once he faced Oscar De La Hoya. Nobody knew him. And that motherfucker beat the hell out of Oscar. A lot of people, I think Oscar ended up getting a decision, but a lot of people thought Ike Cortez got him. And his stock rose very fucking high after that. He said, listen, man, do not take this black motherfucker lightly. That'd be your worst mistake. Now, I thought I'd just take you to the learning tree just for a minute and give you something to think about before you go on when I'm not getting beat by this black cop shit, this African cop shit. I want you to think about what I just told you. Shakur quiet as a church mouse, but that's Bob. That's the boss. He ain't gonna back talk Bob, at least not in his motherfucking face. That motherfucker clearing them checks still, even though everybody hating his ass over there. And speaking of, I'm gonna get into that a little more later tonight. But as far as that Bud and Pacquiao fight, they had an interview with the Bob father, okay? And Bob said, yeah, I know Errol got the fight with Manny. Yeah, good for them. They said, well, we're Bob. You were supposed to be making that fight for Bud Crawford. Like, what happened with that? Man, well, I could have made the fight. But looking at the numbers, we wouldn't have got a profit. We were going to lose money. Now, kudos to Al Heyman and the PBC. You know, if they make the fight, if they look at their numbers and they see that they can make a profit, then good for them. In my case, I looked at the fight. I looked at the numbers. Pacquiao wanted to guarantee 40 million. Crawford wanted whatever. He can't sell. He can't put any asses in the seats. I just looked at it and I figured, we would take a loss. So I didn't make the fight. Point blank and period. Sue me. And as far as Teofimo Lopez is concerned and Devin Haney, that fight won't happen either. He said, but Bob, but Teofimo said he wants Devin next. He said, I don't give a fuck what people want. This is a business. I'm going to dig deep a little more on why Bob not making these fucking fights too, man, in a little bit. I'll be back later on tonight for a jam-packed, action-packed Realville Holyfield. This is just a ski taste of what you're going to get later on tonight at the 7 o'clock hour, Eastern Time. All right. Chuck P. C-Ville's Finest. If you're checking this motherfucker out archive, I want you to follow me on Twitter at ChuckP216 and stay ahead of the game. We're in the twilight days of this Realville Holyfield, and we're getting closer to 100. Once we reach the bill, we're going to seal the deal. I'm going to catch y'all later on at 7 o'clock, man. Chuck P. C-Ville's Finest. But to you haters, call me your highness. I'm out. See you later.